Buy Now Pay Later just started reporting to your credit score. If you've missed even one payment on Klarna, Afterpay, or Affirm in the last year, here's exactly what happens next and why almost nobody using these apps saw it coming. 2 people buy the exact same $400 pair of headphones. Person A pays $400 upfront on their debit card, done. Person B splits it into 4 payments of $100 with Buy Now Pay Later. 0 interest. 0 fees. Same headphones, same price, same day. On paper, Person B made the smarter move. They kept $300 in their pocket for 3 more weeks. Free money, basically. That's the pitch. That's why Buy Now Pay Later has exploded to over 91 million users in the US alone. It feels like a loophole, all the convenience of credit, none of the cost. But same price was only ever true if nothing goes wrong. And for a lot of people, something does. Here's the part that stings. Buy Now Pay Later was built to feel invisible. No credit check that shows up anywhere. No monthly statement mailed to your house. No line item labeled debt. Just 4 small, painless taps at checkout, spread across 6 weeks, easy to forget about entirely. That invisibility was the whole selling point. Millions of people, especially people who were nervous about credit cards, who'd been burned before, who wanted to feel more in control of their money, chose BNPL specifically because it didn't feel like debt. And for years that feeling was backed up by reality. Missed payments mostly didn't touch your credit score. It really was a financial blind spot. That blind spot just closed. And a lot of people are about to feel the ground shift under a habit they never thought of as risky. Let's look at what the apps show you, because on the surface, it really does look free. $400 split into 4 payments of $100. 0% interest. 0 fees, as long as you pay on time. Compare that to a credit card carrying a balance at 22% interest, and Buy Now Pay Later wins every single comparison chart you'll ever see. Here's the current reality behind that comparison. As of 2026, nearly half of Buy Now Pay Later users, 47%, have paid late on at least one loan in the past year. That number has climbed every year since 2024. It's not a small edge case. It's approaching half of everyone using these apps, and the late fees aren't symbolic. Miss a $100 installment, and you're commonly looking at a flat late fee plus, in some cases, interest kicking in retroactively on the full original balance, not just the missed piece. On a $400 purchase, one missed payment can turn a free split into a purchase that costs you $440, $460, sometimes more, depending on the provider's terms. That's the surface math. Multiply one mistimed payment across 4 or 5 open Buy Now Pay Later plans running at once, which is now common, especially among people juggling multiple purchases, and the fees stack fast. Here's where it gets a lot more serious than a late fee. Starting in 2025 and rolling out through 2026, FICO introduced new scoring models that factor Buy Now Pay Later activity directly into your credit score. Equifax and TransUnion are now accepting Buy Now Pay Later data. Experian built an entire dedicated Buy Now Pay Later bureau. Klarna and Affirm have both started reporting payment behavior. For years, Buy Now Pay Later lived in what analysts call a credit reporting blind spot. On-time payments didn't help you, and in most cases, missed payments didn't hurt you either. That trade-off is over. Here's what that actually means for a real person. So you're using Buy Now Pay Later responsibly most of the time, but life happens, you forget one payment during a busy month, or a payment date lands right before payday. That missed payment can now show up on your credit report the same way a missed credit card payment would. It gets worse if you're running several plans at once. Lenders reviewing your file can now see multiple open Buy Now Pay Later accounts stacked together. Even if every single one is current, having 5 active plans on your report can read as credit hungry behavior to anyone evaluating you for a mortgage or an auto loan. The exact same red flag as maxing out several credit cards at once. And this hits hardest at the worst possible moment. Research shows buy now, pay later debt is already concentrated among people managing tighter budgets, using it precisely because they need financial flexibility. Those are the same people most likely to be applying for a car loan or an apartment lease in the near future, and the same people who now have the least room for a surprise ding to their credit file. The invisible convenience that made buy now, pay later feels safer than a credit card just became just as visible as one. Except most users still don't know that yet. Zoom out from one missed $100 payment to a full financial picture, and the math changes shape entirely. Imagine someone applying for a mortgage 18 months from now. Their income is solid, their savings are solid, their credit card habits are clean. But scattered across 2 years of BNPL history, there are 6 late payments and, at any given time, 3 or 4 open plans running simultaneously. A mortgage lender doesn't see convenience. They see inconsistency. That file can mean a higher interest rate offer, a request for a larger down payment, or in a tight scenario, a declined application, all traced back to a handful of $50 and $100 purchases that felt completely harmless at the time. Run that same math on an auto loan. The difference between a strong credit profile and a shaky one can be a full percentage point or more on a 5-year loan. On a $40,000 vehicle, that's easily $1,500 to $2,500 in extra interest paid over the life of the loan for a debt that started as a pair of headphones and a phone case. That's the real cost of buy now, pay later. Not the $20 late fee you notice right away, the interest rate 3 years later that you never connect back to the purchase that caused it. None of this makes buy now, pay later a scam, and it doesn't make the person using it careless. BNPL genuinely is interest-free when it's paid on time and used sparingly. For someone with a thin credit history, on-time BNPL payments reported to the bureaus can now actually help build credit. The same visibility that creates risk also creates opportunity, if you're on the right side of it. The problem was never the tool. It was the invisibility. When a financial product is specifically designed to not feel like debt, people don't manage it like debt. They don't track due dates the way they track a credit card statement. And they don't think twice about opening a third or fourth plan the way they'd hesitate before a third credit card. Now that the invisibility is gone, the fix is simple, even if it's not exciting. Treat every BNPL plan exactly like a credit card. Track every due date. Know exactly how many plans you have open at once. Never finance more than you could pay in cash today if you had to. Buy now, pay later promise something every generation of shoppers has wanted: the thing now, the cost later, without anything to show for the difference in between. That gap between now and later was never actually free. It was just unmeasured. The moment someone starts measuring it, a credit bureau, a lender, a scoring model, the true price shows up, whether you were paying attention or not. The real math was always there. It just took until 2026 for anyone to start writing it down. Have you ever been caught off guard by a buy now, pay later late fee, or did you not know your BNPL activity could affect your credit? Tell me in the comments. I read every one.